A Writer by Daisy Wilson, English 101, November 26, 2025. Throughout this course, I have grown instrumentally as a writer. I've learned how to respond rhetorically to a variety of rhetorical situations, analyze the rhetorical positioning of text, and use various methods to produce writing and employ conventions appropriate to various rhetorical situations. Each assignment has strengthened my ability to think critically and communicate clearly. I have mastered rhetorical knowledge. Through this excerpt from my research-based argumentative essay, I am able to establish a clear and consistent purpose by establishing the central argument about deepfakes being unethical, audience awareness by addressing the audience directly as the average person, and employ a tone consistent with purpose and audience by employing a concerned and serious tone appropriate for the topic and expressing societal concern which directly affects the average person. In another excerpt from my research-based argumentative essay, I am able to adapt research writing conventions for persuasion, integrate research sources appropriately, and choose evidence aligned with purpose and audience. I am able to incorporate research-based conventions that build credibility, such as the citation from satire and the possibilities of synthetic media. I choose the appropriate evidence, I use a scholarly source, and I also integrate them properly into my essay. I am able to choose evidence aligned with purpose and audience, and I integrate the citation smoothly into the argument instead of using it as a crutch. I have mastered critical reading and thinking. From an excerpt from the rhetorical analysis, I am able to be aware of the role of genre, and I am able to explain how the TED Talk genre uses narrative examples to create meaning. I also understand knowledge and information, and I am able to connect with the real-world happiness to research findings. I am also able to respond to multiple points of view with this research knowledge. I do this by contrasting the expectations of lottery winners and paraplegics. I have mastered processes. I am able to identify research questions. This shows inquisitive thinking and questioning. This would be from one of the progress assignments used before the AI deepfake essay that I wrote. I was able to pull multiple questions that I wanted to know more about it. I'm also able to use research sources to discover a thesis. I demonstrate academically adequate research. In the second screenshot, I am able to research about my question I had, and I am able to understand the information that these sources are giving me. I'm also able to demonstrate strategies of innovation, drafting, and revision. I demonstrate gradual improvement and revisions. An example of this is a feedback I got from my last essay. She describes my growth as a writer, and this was a 100% compared to a 98 and a 95 before. I'm also able to critique my own work and the work of peers. I am able to demonstrate strong critiques and recommendations, such as focusing on organization and avoiding using personal language throughout essays. Conventions. I demonstrate control over the conventions of format and presentation for different purposes and different audience. These two screenshots are one from the internship that shaped me, which is a narrative essay, and deepfake media, middling or detrimentally unethical, which is my argument-based essay. In these, I employ different tones, including avoiding personal language in the argumentative essay and employing it in the narrative essay, displaying my ability to write for different audiences and purposes. I am also able to demonstrate control of each surface feature, such as syntax, grammar, punctuation, and spelling. In this excerpt from, once again, my research-based argumentative essay, I'm able to correct the use of different punctuation as well as correct grammar and spelling, as shown by this excerpt, in which I use semicolons correctly, emery dashes, everything. Use conventions of structure and format appropriate to the rhetorical situation, including purposes and conventions of documentations and multiple sources of citation. I have correct citations and documentations, which I was correctly able to really get a hold on, as that was my biggest struggle with the Writing Center. Thankful for them this Thanksgiving. And in conclusion, I feel that I have learned and mastered rhetoric, conventions, processes, and critical thinking and reading. I believe that this class has not only made me a better writer, but a better observer, able to critically think and detect ethos and logos conventionally in real life. Thank you.